Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today's pick a card reading is all about your week ahead. So this will give you a little bit of insight into how your love life is going to be this week, what type of self-care you need to be focusing on, and just generally what's going to be going on this week. Here I have 3 piles. Pile 1 with rose quartz, pile 2 with amethyst, and pile 3 with a garnet. So I'm going to be giving you guys 30 seconds to meditate with the crystals on the cards, and that will start right now. Okay, and then I will go ahead and put the crystals on top of the piles to give you another 30 seconds to do meditation, focusing on both the piles and the crystal associated. So again, this is pile 1 with the rose quartz, pile 2 with the amethyst, and pile 3 with the garnet. So I'll give you another 30 seconds to meditate on those piles. All right, so I hope that gave you guys a moment to meditate. Just a few little pieces of business. If there's anything in this reading that doesn't resonate with you, it could be that this message was not meant for you. Remember, this is a collective reading, so this is pulling a lot of different people's energies. So if things aren't resonate, just take what does resonate and, move forward. So please, leave a like and a comment as well, and any suggestions that you have for some readings, and I would really appreciate some ideas. But I think that's everything out of the way, so let's go ahead and get started with pile number 1 with the rose quartz. Alright, pile 1, welcome to your reading. You chose the rose quartz. So let's go ahead and see what is going to be in store for your week this week. I do have some tarot cards, and then I also have quite a few different oracle cards as well. So let's take a look and see what your tarot cards have to say about your week. Okay, so we have the Page of Swords, the 2 of Crystals, the Oppression card, the Wheel of Fortune, 4 of Cups. You also had quite a few tarot cards if you haven't noticed so far. So apparently there's a lot of things that Spirit wants you to know in here. The 6 of Wands, Akashic Records. I hope I'm saying that right. All right, so you got a lot of things going on here. So first, what I see is just an overview of the cards. Some things that really stood out to me is you have each one of the elements here. You have, the wands, the cups, the crystals, and the swords, which crystals is also pentacles. So 4 in numerology can sometimes mean 4 crossroads, 4 options, 4 destinies. So the fact that there's these 4 plus you have a 4 of cups, this kind of tells me something emotional in your life. I did get a feeling, like a sense of this is something that has to do with a relationship. So hopefully your love oracle cards can kind of clarify that. But some of these cards are making me feel that your relationship sounds like it's really solid, and that if you're in a relationship, this is for you guys, it sounds like your relationship is really solid, and you have a really good foundation, because with, you know, the Two of Crystals talks a lot about like solidity, and Two talks about, you know, dualism. And so a lot of these are tying into being able to have harmony and dualism. So if you're in a relationship, this is really a sign that your relationship is going really well. And additionally, in the other message that is here is with the Ashkak records, this just means that there's so much knowledge available to you through the Page of Swords. You have so many ideas and so many possibilities, and so many opportunities are available to you. So with the Oppression card, I don't want you to worry, but the Oppression card is known as the Devil card as well. So with what this card is saying, as you can see in the picture, you know, it's kind of like a ghostly figure, and they're kind of juggling things, you know, like the earth, the crystal. So what this is just talking about is your ego. So you need to maybe look within yourself and say, you know, is there something that I'm holding on to? Is there something that I want that is purely for egotistical reasons? Because your ego is not necessarily a bad thing, and that's why the Devil card is not negative like some people would perceive it to be. This is just telling you that your ego is here to protect you, but you also have to pay attention to it can hold you back in a lot of areas, or make you not reach your goals, or not make you always think of, you know, other people, or whatever that is for you. It sounds like, you know, you need to dig a little bit into your ego. So it sounds like your relationship is pretty good right now, right? Like that's a solid part in your life. It kind of seems like what's not solid is some idea or something about you needs to be developed, and you need to figure out your ego, because it seems like it might be holding you back. And so that's like what the universe is trying to tell you, is you can have everything that you want, and your relationship is such a positive thing in your life right now, but you also have all of this knowledge and all these things that are going to make your life so much better, and your ego's getting in the way. So let's look at your oracle cards and maybe get some different or some clarification. Yeah, so we have the Great Serving. So this just talks about surrendering to love, which, you know, so maybe this is for, if some of you single people out there, if you're single and the relationship message didn't resonate with you, I think that this could be talking about surrendering to love. Softening to love can be really, really beneficial. It can seem scary to be want to be vulnerable and want to put your emotions out there. Of course, it's always scary, but softening to love and softening to that vulnerability is really going to serve you this week, especially, it seems like. So if this, maybe your relationship is solid, but you know, you need to soften to love a little bit more. That could be a message as well coming through for you, so take it as it resonates. We have Earth, so learning to be human in the world but not part of it. So this could just mean that you need to ground yourself. And if you're doing like a lot of spiritual work, this can talk about making sure that you're still having time for fun, because that can be really important in grounding in general. But what this could be saying, I think, for you guys with the message overall is you need to ground yourself. You need to work through whatever's going on with your ego. You need to ground yourself, because you have these amazing opportunities or abilities. Something is really big for you, and I can't quite see that, but something is really big for you, but your ego is stopping it. And this card keeps like jumping out to me, because this is really something about your ego is stopping your progression. So, you know, earthing yourself, grounding yourself, right, will really help with that. And it's okay to have fun as well. Forge, don't follow, pave a new path, okay? Yeah, be the leader you wish you had. So maybe this has some, you know, maybe this part of your ego is maybe more of a self-doubt thing, and that's like what's protecting you, because again, the ego isn't always a negative thing. The ego is always just there to protect you. So it could be an emotional field where you don't feel like you have the ability to be a leader. So, you know, maybe that's what this is saying here, is you have all these great opportunities available to you, and you have all of this power, but you're not using it. And so maybe that's more what the ego is for, is don't be afraid to start a new path, because you have everything you need. You have a solid relationship, or you have some type of solid foundation. If you're single, this could be with your self-love. This doesn't necessarily have to be with a partner, but I feel just love in general is kind of what this was saying. So you have a good solid foundation for love. So now start feeling confident that you can walk forward, because not only will this love put their hand on your shoulder and support you, but so will the universe. Okay? So let's maybe check into some of your oracle cards on your relationship and get some insight into that. So let your friends help you. So if you have something going on in your relationship where you don't feel like it's solid, or whatever the case is, it's just always nice to get love from friends. That can always be an underrated, amazing thing. So let your friends help you with whatever's going on in your life. Talk to them about feeling like you can't be a leader. Have them support you, because they'll tell you everything that your subconscious already knows about yourself. But ask them, say, you know, I'm really wanting to do this idea. I've always wanted to do this, but I'm scared because there's no path. You know, ask your friends for help, because you have a lot of solid love, okay? Retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. Yeah. So I know, you know, with everything going on in the world right now, maybe it can feel hard to, you know, actually try to retreat to somewhere, and may not be a possibility. But what is more the message here is, again, the grounding. You need to ground yourself. And so escaping to somewhere that maybe is quiet, could even be a retreat, and, you know, go with these people that you love in your life, no matter who that is, if that's a spouse or a friend or yourself. You know, give yourself a retreat mindset. Set up your environment to be a retreat. Do whatever is in your means, depending on where you're at in the world, but go on a retreat, and your intuition will know what that means for you, okay? And then we have finances and career. So this could be something that may be going on in your relationship this week, is, you know, finances and career. Maybe, you know, you guys are having some financial difficulties, or in general, you're struggling with finances. So that could be something that is going to be coming up with your love life. But if you can really dive deep into yourself, you will be able to figure out how to provide abundance for yourself. So be out in nature, because being out in nature or grounding yourself in some way that connects you to nature will heal you and definitely give you the guidance that you need. It will help you with whatever you're struggling with your ego. So do some shadow work maybe, or just do some journaling. Let's see what your spirit guides have to say with these affirmation cards. This is what they want you to know. They want you to know that you're loved, okay? That you're protected, that they're here to protect you, and they're here to take care of you. They love you. So they wanted you to know that you're loved, and it looks like you have a lot of love in your life right now, which is so amazing. So feed into that, because it really truly is a blessing to have so much love available to you. They want you to respond. So maybe there's something that you need to respond to in your life. Take that as it resonates. Maybe there's something here, you know, where you have been doing shadow work maybe, and you haven't really been able to dig into yourself. You know, you need to be able to respond and have faith, because the universe will be here to help you with whatever you have to go through. I know that all of this can be really heavy with the energy in the world right now. It feels so heavy right now. So I understand that it can feel just craziness, but you have a really beautiful opportunity right here. that your guides just want you to know this week that you have this amazing opportunity. If you start figuring out parts of your ego, you'll be able to unlock more of your subconscious and be able to start unlocking this dream and figure out what this is, okay? Because it sounds like you have a lot of options with the 4 crossroads, as I was mentioning, with the 4 different suits that you have. It sounds like you have options. You have a lot of different directions that you could go, and you have a grounding in some way with some type of love, whether that's a relationship, whether that's your self-love, as we've talked about. But you really need to ground yourself, because in the process of figuring out your ego and doing, if you're going to do shadow work or whatever, this process is really exhausting. So it's going to be really important to ground yourself and have faith that your guides are here to help you, okay? So maybe retreat, I think, is this card, is really standing out to me. So retreat might be something that is really important for you guys. Go with your significant other and have some fun. Let's take a look at your self-care cards this week, because these are my favorite cards to include in weekly readings, because if you really focus on these, it will really help you stay grounded. So let's figure out what they want. Okay, so they're talking about getting a health checkup, which, if you'll know how this resonates, if there's something that's been bothering you with your health, definitely get that stuff checked out this week. In general, if nothing's bothering you necessarily, then maybe it's just time to schedule your annual checkup. So I don't think it's anything to worry about, but just make sure that you're taking care of yourself. Could be not even just, it could be the dentist, it could be any type of health checkup in general, okay? So you'll know how it resonates. A sweet treat. So, it's fun to treat yourself once in a while, okay? So bake a sweet treat. Don't buy one, bake one. Really enjoy the experience of creating a delicious treat, and then you actually get to enjoy it. Do that with maybe your loved one. Maybe you guys go on a retreat and you bake something together, or in general you bake something together, or you bake something yourself that you've always wanted to try and bake. This is a good opportunity to really care for yourself. And then the last one we have is connect with your womb. So again, you can take that as it resonates. That could be, masturbation. That could be just honoring your period. Whatever resonates with you, you follow your intuition. But it looks like overall that's what you have to look forward to this week. So I hope you do have a wonderful week, and I hope these messages resonated with you. If they did, please leave a comment below, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Goodbye. All right, group 2, welcome to your reading. You chose the beautiful Amethyst. I love this crystal. So let's take a look and see what your week is going to be looking like. I do have your tarot cards, and then I also have a few oracle cards as well, okay? So let's go ahead and take a look at what we got here. Okay, so the first card we got here is Page of Wands. And then we have 7 of Swords in reverse. And then we have 9 of Cups. Okay, this is some beautiful energy, you guys. So the Page of Wands is talking about adventuring into a new adventure, embarking on a new journey. You see her, she's about to go through this cave, and she's definitely illuminated. She's excited, she's confident. She's really excited to move forward with this venture in her life. So it sounds like there's something that is, a new venture for you guys, which makes sense with the 9 of Cups, because this is all about fullness. So you seem like you're just really fulfilled with something in your life right now. It could be your spirituality, it could be something to do with cups, something to do with emotion, a new creative adventure. With the 7 of Swords though, this one is talking about acknowledge challenges to be able to move forward. You need to let go of things. You need to figure out what is blocking you, because it seems like you're wanting to go through this new journey. You're ready to embark on this new journey, and the universe will definitely support you with the Page of Wands. And you're ready to, you know, you're feeling confident, you're feeling just full, but you need to continue to look at something that may be blocking you. So maybe let's get some more clarification with your oracle cards. Okay, so we got earth pulsing. So slow down, take time in nature. So it could be that you need to maybe ground yourself before you go on this journey, or you need to spend time in nature. Sorry about that. Or you need to spend time in nature, so take that as it resonates, but you need to slow down in general is the overall message here. Oh, wow. The blue flame, spontaneous awakening. So it could be that you're on a spiritual journey. That's what I'm getting with the energy here. Take it as it resonates, but to me this is almost like you're going through the initiation part of a soul's journey. So right now you're feeling really spiritually awakened and you're excited to start that journey, but Spirit is just telling you that you need to work on some of your self-doubts, or you need to work on some of the ideas that no longer serve you. But it is time for you to reach your spiritual awakening, but you just need to complete this first. And then the way to really figure out what could be going on is to spend time in nature. So definitely make sure that you're slowing down, you're grounding yourself, you're meditating, you're figuring out what's blocking you, because once you remove this block, you'll be able to move forward with the initiation. I actually even want to pull some additional tarot cards. So let's see if we can get some clarification as far as what is blocking. Can I get some clarification on what is blocking them with the Seven of Swords? What is blocking them? What do they need to work through? Any clarification with the Seven of Swords? Any clarification? What is blocking them? Okay. We actually have a few cards. Okay, let's see what we got here with the Seven of Swords. Okay, so we have transformation. Okay, so yeah, I mean, obviously you're going through a big transformation. So that's just confirming basically what this is meaning, is you're going through a transformation. And with any transformation comes knowing how to let go of the past, of things that you're holding onto, old ideas. Eight of crystals, or Eight of Pentacles. This one is just talking about, you know, balancing. So it sounds like maybe something you need to work through in your life is about balancing, and take that how that resonates. You may need to spend time in nature to figure out what that is, but it sounds like maybe something is not balanced in your life. And then the last card we have here is Justice. So this one is talking about also about balance. So you need to balance something in your life. Okay. So take that as that resonates. Hopefully that gives you a little bit of clarity on maybe what you could be working on. But you need to balance something in your life. So once you balance that, you'll be able to move forward with your transformation. It's a normal part of the growth process, so don't be discouraged. Just spend time in nature and figure out what you need to let go of and what you need to balance in your life, okay? So that's something you need to focus on this week. Let's see what your love oracle cards have to say about love for you this week. You deserve love. You are lovable, okay? So this one is talking about that you maybe need to spend some time loving yourself and being able to tell yourself why you deserve love. Why do you deserve a really great relationship? You do. So start telling yourself that. So maybe do some journaling prompts. Maybe that will help you with, you know, this grounding thing. It's safe for you to love. Okay, so maybe you've been hurt in the past, or, you know, whether you're in a relationship or you're single, I don't think that matters. I think these messages work for both of you, because it's safe for you to love. Maybe you've been closing yourself off to love because you've been hurt in the past, you're holding back something, or, you know, you're not ready to want to go date because you've been hurt. Oh, interesting. So this one is saying your love life is being affected by children. So take that as that resonates. That might not be a message for everybody, but that's just something to think about this week. That, you know, maybe you have kids and, you know, maybe the parent of your child that you are dealing with. Maybe, you know, you're trying to figure things out or whatever the case is, but or maybe they're bringing you down, you know, so you deserve to love, and don't forget that. So take this as it resonates with you. And then I have 2 cards from your spirit guides. They want you to know to have hope, because having hope about all the wonderful things that are on the other side of these 2 gateways for you is gonna be amazing. So they want you to continue to have hope, because what you're dreaming for is so close. You're right there at the beginning of these gateways, okay? That's what these 2 cards are saying, which is crazy. You just need to figure out what's unbalanced in your life. And so it could have something to do with, you know, maybe the relationship with, you know, your child's parent isn't balanced. You know, maybe you need to refigure that out, or maybe it's about you need to love yourself more. And so that's one of the imbalances here, okay? So take these as it resonate. They also want you to know how powerful you are, and that makes sense as you're going into your spiritual journey. It sounds like you've spiritually awakened, and so they want you to know that you're powerful. So use these as mantras, use these as words of encouragement. And now let's figure out what they want you to focus on this week for your self-care. So the first one is abundance planning, which makes sense. So because having an abundance mindset will give you so much power, it's sometimes even hard to comprehend for me sometimes. Abundance planning will just help you have so much clarity in your life, okay? So it sounds like that's an important part of your journey, and maybe that will help you with this balance. Maybe it could have something to do with money that you're struggling with. Whatever the case, take it as it resonates, but abundance planning, movement. This could be a lot of ways. This could be exercise, this could be yoga, this could be dancing. Whatever movement is to you, you're being called to move your body this week, to really focus on movement this week. It will really serve you, because you can see she's just glowing. And then the last one is sex. So again, you know, take that as that resonates. Like, that doesn't necessarily need to be sex with another person. That could be sex with yourself, right? Like, whatever that is, but it seems like, you know, you need to tell yourself that you deserve love. You deserve to feel good and sexy. And so do whatever you need to do to make yourself feel that way, because you deserve love. And, you know, another thing that I'm thinking here for you guys, is, you know, with this, that it's safe to love, that could be some of the, you know, also ideas that you may need to let go of. There could be something in your past that's holding you back. It's holding your mindset back. And so I'm just getting that message that that's another thing to think about with this. Worried that you can't love and you're never going to be in a normal relationship, especially if there's children involved. So please make sure that you're loving yourself and you're telling yourself that you deserve love, and this could be a great avenue. So just wanted to throw that in there. So I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. It looks like you guys are on a really beautiful path right now. So it looks like this will be a really good week for you. Just try to focus on what is unbalanced in your life and spend time reflecting on that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. Please leave a comment below if it resonated with you, or if you have any other thoughts or suggestions for me. So I hope you have a wonderful week. Bye, guys. All right, group 3, welcome to your reading. You chose the Garnet. This is such a beautiful, I wish you could really see it up close, but it's definitely been with me through my journeys. So this is going to give you a insight into what your week is going to look like this week. So first we'll start with your tarot cards, and then we'll get into your oracle cards, okay? So let's take a look at your week this week. All right, the first card we have is 3 of Wands in reverse. The second card we have is Perspective. The third card we have is Starseed. And the fourth card we have is the King of Crystals. All right, so what this is saying is the 3 of Wands talks about that you need to reallocate your energy somewhere else. So it sounds like your energy is really being used heavily with something, and you know, the universe wants you to know that you need to gain a new perspective, because you have this amazing ability with the King of Crystals and the Starseed card. You have these amazing abilities that are not even being recognized at all. And that could be because your energy is just spent somewhere else, caring about other people, not protecting yourself, right? So you need to gain perspective and understand how much energy you're putting out to other people, because the more energy that you give back to yourself and the more that you start opening up yourself to new possibilities, because that's a lot of what these cards are saying, is new possibilities are available to you, especially with like the King of Crystals, like crystals, pentacles, abundance, right? You have all of these things available to you. You just need to get a new perspective so that you're able to start moving towards that direction. Okay, so maybe let's get some clarity from your oracle cards. Well, okay then, you're being called. So your soul gifts are ready to be, you know, are ready to come into fruition. So that kind of goes along with this Starseed card. So, okay, so now going down a little spiritual path here. So I think King of Crystals also talks about business adventures. Also it's just about abundance in general. So I'm getting a feeling like maybe there's something with your abilities, your spiritual abilities, that could make you so much money, or overall will just bring so much abundance into your life. And so you're being called to start figuring out what your soul gifts are and start following that path. You need to take back your energy. That's step one. Oh, yeah. Okay, so your life is a canvas, okay? So you have the ability to create whatever life you want. And so the universe wants you to get perspective on how much power you actually have. And it looks like you're an empath starseed. Wow, that's 2 starseed cards in one reading. Interesting. Yeah, so basically can create the life you want. And so the universe wants you to know that that's something you should focus on this week, is gain a new perspective on what is out there and what you actually want to do with your life. Make your life a moving prayer, okay? A lot of manifestation, especially with the new moon that just happened. Manifestation period is really heightened right now. So you're really being called to start moving forward towards your dreams. And with the King of Crystals, you'll be successful. Figure out what, maybe let's pull some additional tarot cards and just maybe get some additional messages on what could be draining your energy. So let's figure that out. Let's pull a few more cards regarding that. What could be draining energy from pile 3? What is draining pile 3's energy? Where do we need to focus our attention with their energy? Insight into, okay. Any additional insights? Perfect. Okay, so we have, kind of scooch those over. So we have the 8 of Wands, that's 2 wands, which is, okay, actually this helps a lot. Okay. I mean, this is just, wands in general can talk a lot about direction, and to me that's what this is saying, especially with it being 2 wand cards. If this 3 of Wands was not in reverse, this would be talking about that you've created the protection for yourself. You know your boundaries, and so maybe that's what this is talking about, is you just need to figure out what your boundaries are, because you're feeling like you want to go in a direction, and maybe what's draining your energy is you have so many directions. That could be part of it as well. So take that as it resonates. But with the Knight of Crystals, talking about being bored, feeling like you don't have a direction. So maybe that's more what is kind of holding you back is you don't have a direction, and you don't know what your soul, gifts are. You don't know what you want to do with your life. And that's completely fine. So it's like, again, gain perspective. What is it that calls to you, through spirituality? Or what is it that, if the best way to really figure this out is to ask yourself, if money wasn't an issue and you could do anything with your life, what would it be? And if you're still having trouble, you just need to gain more perspective. I think this is a big one. With the empathetic starseed, it could have something to do with, being some type of healer. But with the 2 starseed cards, I have a feeling that it's a spiritual gift that will help you with an abundance lifestyle. So I think you need to research something that calls to you of spirituality, whether that is being a reader or being whatever the case is. You need to get perspective and research that, because it seems like you're being held back. And wherever you're putting your energy that's no longer serving you, that's getting perspective on what's no longer serving you, okay? But mainly it sounds like the problem is you feel like you don't have a direction, and that's what's stopping you. And so you need to kind of release and start manifesting and start asking yourself, okay, but what do I really want? If money wasn't an issue, if nothing was an issue, if I could literally just paint whatever I wanted into reality, what would it be? That's what you start doing, okay? Because once you figure out your soul gift and your passion and what you want to do, it's going to propel your life forward. So this is what you need to focus on this week, is you need to start figuring out what your soul gift is, okay? So realize, okay, I don't have a direction. I want to find one. So start journaling, start asking, start watching videos, like start figuring out what it is that calls to you. Let's get some clarification on your love life this week. Looks like we got the chemistry card. So it could be, if you're single, it could be that there's someone in your life that you have chemistry with that maybe you're not admitting that there's chemistry, or there is and you haven't acted on it, or if you're in a relationship, it's, there's a strong chemistry going on right now. So take advantage of that. Oh, wow. Calling in your soulmate. Okay, so this would be for those of you who are single. Your soulmate is manifesting, and especially with how spiritual you are, maybe you've been manifesting your soulmate, so maybe you have experienced manifesting. So you should be able to, understand how to manifest now more of what your soul gift is. And if you haven't manifested your soulmate, then the universe just wants you to know that they're coming, okay? So that will be an amazing thing in your life. Wow, okay, codependency. So I think this would be for those of you who maybe are in relationships. If there's any codependency things going on in your relationship, this could be a message for those who need to let go of things that are no longer serving them. If you're in a codependent relationship, you need to let go of that relationship. Or in general, if you have codependency in your relationship that you need to work on with yourself, then take it as it resonates. But there's a codependency that you need to be aware of in your life. Even if you're single, if you're codependent, you need to fix those codependencies before your soulmate will come forward. Okay. And maybe for a lot of you, it's releasing your ex. It sounds like for a lot of you, that's what it is. So this week, the universe really wants you to focus on releasing your ex and thinking about how your ex is no longer serving you, okay? And then we have just some affirmations cards here from Spirit. So they want you to take action in your life. Yeah, exactly. Like, don't be scared that you don't have a path. You do. So step forward and start figuring out what your dream is, because you have so many opportunities available to you, okay? Yeah, absolutely. And then you live life in passion, and look at that chemistry and passion. It seems like there's something really passionate in your life right now. So if you're single, you know, and there isn't anyone that you have chemistry with, that could just be in general with your dream. If you have a passion for something, if there's something that is always drawn you in with your soul gift, something, that's what it is. So here's your self-care that you need to focus on this week. We have clear your energy field. So, you know, that could be sage, that could be whatever calls to you for clearing your energy. If you're not familiar with that, you know, do your research, but it seems like you're a pretty spiritual person, so you probably have some idea of how to cleanse your energy. Connecting with your crystals, okay? Especially right now with a new moon, it can really help with manifesting. Positive affirmations, yeah, absolutely. Make sure that you're telling yourself how amazing and beautiful you are, and that you're gonna find your path, because having a positive mindset like that will really help you identify what it is that you want and ground yourself. And this might help you figure out what it is your soul gift is. This could be meditation, this could be journaling, whatever calls to you. Use your intuition. The universe wants you to know that you just need to ground yourself, and you'll feel more at ease once you feel grounded. So these are the self-care focuses for you this week. So hopefully this gives you some insight into this upcoming week for you guys. Let me know if this resonated down below, and let me know if you have any questions. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this reading, and I hope to see you next time.